jack it off the ground so the tire could move. Then you get a barrel, empty clean barrel. Take the valve cap off. Then we're going to take have to have a valve core tool. Take the air out. Now we've got the core out. Air is coming out now. And I'm going to put a hose on it because there's fluid in this tire. I'm going to put a hose right on here, valve stem, because we're going to take the fluid out. Looks like my hose is going to be long enough. That's what she said. Anyway, I'm going to stick it in here. I'm going to roll the tire over now just to get the fluid. Here comes the fluid now. You see the fluid? I don't know how much I'm going to save, but I'll start with, well, I guess it's more like squirting out of the, here it comes. You can see it's coming out. What I might do is, I'm going to let the tire down now. I'm going to let the weight of the tractor push out the fluid. Looks like more is coming out of the valve stem than valve core and then hose. Now we're going to let the sucker down. Oh. Not doing so well, is it? We're going to get a smaller pail and just pail it in, because this is coming out like crazy here. That's terrible. Calcium chloride. Something different too. There's two pieces to that valve core. Let's take that other piece out. Well, I would. Quiet, no, quiet. Well, no wonder it's leaking. It's a tube in here. And I could just turn it around and around and around. So I'm thinking the tube just tore apart. Was in the middle of baling and it had to quit on me. So this here just spins around and around and around, and that's supposed to be a tube in there. I don't know what the heck's going on. There's two pieces of in this valve core or valve stem. There's a step part where you can take this little part off, and that's where the valve stem goes in, and then you could fill it with fluid and evacuate the fluid a lot easier. See, that's the inner core. There's supposed to be a O-ring around there, and now there's a straight hole into here for filling with fluid. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, since that turned around and around and around in there, it's not gonna seal. So I might have to get a smaller hose and stick in there, put it down, and just pull the fluid out, because this hose is too big to go in there. I'll have to get another hose in town tomorrow. So I rigged up a pump with a brass pump. Borrowed it from the neighbor. I put a new pulley on it, and it's 1/3 furnace motor on a 2x6. And I got a tuber pattern, so I pushed the valve stem right into the tires. And here we go, that's it pumping. We're getting calcium chloride out of the tires. I didn't videotape, but I took the tire right off. I popped the bead with my backhoe, flipped it over, popped the other side. Now I took the tire off the rim on one side, and now I'm attempting to, this pump isn't the greatest, but it'll work. It takes a while to prime up, and you'll hear it. But anyway, I'm going to take the rest of the fluid out of here, try and find the hole for the valve stem. It should be over here somewhere, because I'm sure there's going to be more fluid in the tube. But once that's done, see what the hell's going on here. It's not priming up very well. It'd be nice if I had a good pump, but I don't. One day soon, maybe. Once you get a vacuum, or not a vacuum, but a diaphragm pump, run off of air. Sorry I didn't get the before picture. What I did was I took the tire off, the tire's over here, took the tube out. Then I took a wire brush on the grinder, and I cleaned up all the rust on the whole thing all the way around on the rim. And then I painted it. I know it's not the actual John Deere color, but better than nothing, right? It was quite rusty and gross. I didn't do the inside. The inside is, well, basically that's what the outside looked like. Now I'm going to put the tire on. I gotta clean the tire up on the inside of the tire. Get the crap out of it, get the water out of it. There's still some water. I tried spraying it out with the pressure washer. I'm going to check for anything poking through the tire. Putting it on the rim. Put the tube in. We'll start filling it with fluid. All right, now that I got it on, next step is fill the tire with air so it seats around the bead and all that, and also see if you didn't pinch a tube. Sure hope I didn't. You give it some rim slip so it'll jump over top of the bead. At this point, you don't want your fingers in the way. Okay, now I got lucky with the fitting for the valve stem to put the calcium back in the tire. This is the old valve stem. I measured it as 27 threads per inch, so it's like a pipe thread, but it's on the outside diameter, it's 12 millimeters or just about ½ inch, so it's kind of an oddball. But I found this, it's like a drain for, it's got pipe thread here, normal, looks like I don't know what, 3/8 or ½ inch pipe thread. I think it's a ½ inch pipe thread here, and it's got the drain for it'll fit right into a garden hose. But lucky, it's got a 27 thread per inch inside thread here. So that's gonna thread on to my tube in my tire, and then I just have to open, well, the valve's open already, and pump the fluid in. I'll show you how that works later. All right, it's all hooked up and it's pumping fluid into the tire, and on my intake side I put a little bit of screen on it so it doesn't suck in bad stuff, big chunks or whatever, and wreck the pump. Who knows what was in that plastic barrel. So I'll let it pump for a while until I hear it not pumping, and then I'll shut it off and it'll let the air out of the tire. It'll blow back through the pump, back into the barrel, and then I'll start it up again once the air quits coming out. And another important thing to note is you have your valve stem right on the top at 12 o'clock. Alright, it pumped the whole 50 gallons in, and I'm done, so I'm going to shut it off, and I suspect it's going to blow the compressed air out now. And once it does that, I'll put it in this other barrel. There's about 30 gallons in here. You'll hear it pumping out. See, it's trying to push it out now. No, there's hardly any air coming from that, so I'll just put it in this one now and we'll start her up again. Try not to suck out of the bottom of the barrel. I don't know if you notice, I put a screen on the intake, and we're getting air now. You could hear the air coming out. It's blowing air out now, but I don't want it to make too much of a mess. Bubbles in the water, because it'll stir up all the sediment from the bottom of what I pumped out. So you can hear it now. Now we're going to lift my little contraption up, so whatever's left in the hose could go in the tire. So that's about it for filling up tires with calcium. Kind of a, I don't know what you'd want to call it. It works. All I could say is it works. It'll save you some money. And you don't have to worry about taking it in. You can do it at home. Actually, if you guys are have a good eye to change the motor, the electric motor died on me. This one here got hot and quit. So I guess I'll have to take it apart. Now I'll take this, oh, it's going to be a little bit of crap coming in here. I'll take my handy connector off. You can see there's some air coming out. And I'll just put my regular inside valve core back in. Now I could fill with air. Hope you guys like this video. It was kind of a chore, but if there's a will, there's a way. Thanks for watching. See you again.